Hello everyone, this is a Grumpy Old Guy Gaming, and do not adjust your set, we have a new participant in the Fragment Friday fun. Everybody say hello to Wee T, the star of the revamped Die Less series, one time learning to die less. Made it through a couple episodes worth of film. That second episode should be coming out sometime in the near future here. But more importantly, made it to level 10, and so we're going to give it a go here and see what we can do on the Lunaris Terrace server. Got away from a little trouble there early while I was fumbling for both words and the right spell. Pick up a resurrect out of the chest. Links down below for the .hack network and for NetSlum. As per usual, the fantastic sites for .hack fandom and to get connected with awesome people to play Fragment. Got some wandering monster troubles, and it's red worms abounding. That is a serious issue for us. Let's see if we can trap them in here with some Rhynek. Oh yeah, Rhynek's going to be more than enough stopping power here. Unfortunately, don't have quite enough to do it twice. Big hit from the Ruzot and finish off with a little Gan-Rom. Picking up some quality experience. In fact, there is a level up taking us from 10 to 11. Grabbing some grunt mints there. It is interesting to see the difference in builds. Granted, I've gone to the two extremes when building a Wave Master. First time I did tall, wide male model. Second time I did tiny, skinny female model. But just the difference in SP, even at level 10, is astounding. I would have to go back and look at the old footage to see what exactly Dionysius, my first Wave Master, was at this stage, but I guarantee it wasn't 94. See a couple Ruzots taking out those flame heads in the distance. 15 quality experience picked up there as well. Just trying to milk the old SP meter as much as possible. Have some Mage's Souls on hand, but don't want to go crazy. Especially when we're one-shotting red worms with a Ruzot. That is incredible. 13 experience and we move on. You know, every now and then you kind of forget the thrill of playing Fragment at lower levels. Mainly because you're used to the terror of playing it at higher levels where everything is an imminent threat. Still an imminent threat here, but it feels a bit more open, I will say that. First Ruzot didn't quite do the job, so the second in for the finish, and that's a pair of spells over 1200. Actually, using a wand I've seen quite a lot of, but never in action, the Witch's Wand, the consolation prize on the most popular, I would say, certainly the one I've run most, of the crab dungeon farming servers for the guild seals. From a distance, hitting with that Ruzot. 2 shots, no elemental hit, and we will finish up with a Gan-Rom. Again, keeping incredible distance, and its one ranged attack against us did not hit. Looked like a Vac Dawn by that spell animation, keeping well clear of the flame attack and the physical attack. Here we're up against a pair of Hungry Grass, and there's nothing to do but Gan-Rom, and in a hurry. It's our most mana efficient equipped spell right now, and it's our most effective against those grass. Grab this grunt mince, portal's gonna open, and it's another flamehead, so we're going right back to the Ruzot. Promise Rhynek will be making another appearance at some point in this video. Just don't want to expend ourselves too much out here in the field because of the chance of wandering monster hell. Which, ironically, was the one reason I tried to use it and it wound up in vain because Rhynek didn't quite have that range. Still happy hitting for 429 on those, but the elemental hit at 858 looks so much nicer to me. One more portal to go in the field. Finish that off right quick and in a hurry. Speaking of right quick and in a hurry, already got 100 points in the right direction for our experience bar. Another flame heads. Just happened to pop upon it. Ruzot sets the table. Ganrom finishes it off, as well as our speed boost, so we'll go ahead and re-up there. It's the only buff I've got right now. Should probably consider some Knight's Banes while I'm this fragile. Hit points at a paltry 159. But when you keep a safe distance and you're hitting for a ton on spell damage, 1 is all you really need. Accidentally triggered the portal there, and that's going to be some bad news for us. Gonna top off there. Finish the flame heads off with a Rhyneck. Wait for the red worm to come a little closer. And make that Rhyneck ×2. Always nice to fall back on a 1600 damage insurance policy. So that will do it for the field, barring any potential wandering monsters before the dungeon entrance. Looks like we are safe, and inside we go. Also notice no Grunty here. That will be covered in Die Less Episode 3, which I hopefully get out quicker than a month from now. It has been a month. First portal of the dungeon. Let's see what that brings us. Lovely reddish hue to the rock. Do have to say that. Looks like a Flameheads. At least it was. Elemental hit on Ruzot meant that that battle was pretty much academic by the time we had clicked Ganrom. Get it down that low, and the Rom spell should not fail us. Another Flameheads this time. Take it from the other end of the spectrum. Hit it with a Ganrom because our mana was low. And then Ruzot not doing the best job first time, but hey, double tap and we are fine. Moving to the following room, another medium hallway. Out of the portal comes a risky treasure. This little bit of risky business, one fortune wire later, will yield us a ceramic anklet. Pick up the death out of the box. Happy to see that in its figurative and consumable state. Flameheads here. Ruzot fails us once more. Gonna back off. Gonna back off big time because we had a target out of range on that shot. Rhyneck didn't quite finish the Flameheads off, but certainly got it into Ganrom range. That right there is where I'm planning on using Rhyneck in the dungeon when all else fails. Your initial attack fails, go in with Rhyneck, make sure the job gets done. Picking up a meteor swarm in the side room, nothing out of the 2 corpses. Another Flameheads. Big elemental hit, stuns it, and then the rock tornado for the finish. Stairs down to our right, more adventure to our left. Guess which one we're picking. And oh yes, more things I could do with Wee T that I can't with any of my main account characters. Pick up a golden egg, worry free. A little bit of time for the mana to regen. Get a spare antidote. Get a fire tempest. Make our way over to another one of these fun rooms with the roots kind of showing in. Fire Tempest and Health Drink there, not saddened by either of those pickups. 3 more portals here and a very expansive first floor. Looks like we got a red worm to deal with. Not gonna lie, that Gan ROM hit for over half. I was impressed with that. Honestly, I had hit the wrong button, but very happy with that turnout. Now we kind of know we've got the red worm's number. Flameheads, on the other hand, they may be a touch trickier. Back off just a touch. And let Ganrom finish the job. Took a couple casts, took a little dancing, but we made it through. Fossil Bracer picked up, as well as an invisible egg. Another Flameheads here. Even at standard damage, we're happy to do it twice. Ganrom for the finish, pair of Ruzots before that. That'll do it for the combat portion of this first floor. Now just a bit of backtracking before we head down to floor 2. Cut across this room here, right across that green sort of cross-shaped pattern on the ground. The archaic direction button, if you will. Floor 2 time. As fairies examine the map, we check out our status page for WeT and find ourselves a quarter of the way through level 11. Seems like just yesterday we were level 6. Because we were. We were literally level 6 yesterday. Of course, it'll be a few days past by the time this goes up. You know the deal. First portal of the second floor is another red worm. Elemental hit on the Ruzot finishes that before it starts. 13 nice experience. Picking up a Fire Tempest. Let's see what comes out of this portal. Another worm. Another not a problem. I want to say red worms were kind of the bane of my existence when I first started playing. Mainly because it's the first dragon-type monster you face, and because I had a bad habit of choosing water element affinity before I realized that the color of shirt you pick for your character had a tangible effect on your stats. Nice hit with a Ruzot and follow up with an elemental hit for an emphatic victory there. Facing naught but red worms on this floor and having not a care in the world about that. Still have quite a bit of second floor to go though. Looks like 3 more portals before we call this one complete and move down to floor number 3. That is assuming we get through, but with more red worms on the menu, I can't see us doing that terribly. 13 more experience. And a Fire Tempest. Let's see what we get here. Hey, it's Flameheads, something to break it up. Big ol' hit with the Ruzot and finish with the Ganrom. We know how the deal goes by now. Still hovering at about 50 SP, so we're doing good economy-wise. Red worm to finish off the floor, and we don't get the elemental hit there. Do manage to finish it off before the fireball drops. Meteor Swarm out of chest number 1, nothing out of the cadavers, and a ceramic anklet out of number 2. Very nice foot armor. In fact, I do believe it's the one WeT is currently equipped with. 2 floors in the books. Time to see what level 3 gives us right after this really super long hallway. ceramic anklet yet again, and a flame heads. Because why not? Back off, because I felt we were dangerously close to ranged attack there. Actually gets a little bit of a save on our damage there. Only took 292 off the second Ruzot, but Ganrom's still more than enough to take it down. Do see our staircase on the left-hand side of the map there, so we've got at least 4 floors of fun this Fragment Friday. Pick up the depth there. But again, we've got portals left to pop, so let's take out the right side first. Dead end corridor here, giving us yet more flame heads guarding a treasure chest. Could see the altar the chest is sitting on just behind this 3-headed dog that we take down with our usual combo of water and earth spells. Pick up a pair of treasures, as the Flameheads was nice enough to drop a chest as well, before making our way to this downturn L-shaped room, where we face 3 guardians. That is our new enemy this floor, and is a very, very daunting physical test, so the best thing to do is not take that test. We will take 36 experience from this room, though, for felling all 3, and there seems to be a treasure chest in the room beyond. That gives us a Fire Tempest. Nothing from the dead warrior bodies sitting around it, though. And now it's time for a little bit of the old dot hack backtrack. Do pick up a restorative this time around. Got a medium-sized hallway before we duck into one of those safe diagonal hallways and call this floor complete. Big elemental on the flame heads, and just like that, we've completed 3 floors worth of danger. Wheaty absolutely killing it, and now doing it in what appears to be slow motion, but is actual normal movement speed, because the speed charm just wore off. Not going to bother re-upping at the moment, though, because there's little to do but take the steps down. So you get to listen to me throw out some stalling chatter, and we get to wait for the scheme to load in. Floor number 4. Fairies once again investigating, and before I pop that new speed charm, let's go ahead and take a look at the status page. 414. Made really good gains here. Another red worm. 2 Ruzots don't do the job, so we finish with a Ganrom and still get 3 spells off before the Drakeling gets 1. Potential statue room alert. Not sure if this is the final floor, but it's sure looking that way, and now we are sure because we see nothing but dead end around. Southern part of the map's got 3 portals. First one's going to give us yet another red worm. Take that out with a trifecta of Ruzot. Now that we know we're near the end, we could be a bit more cavalier in our expenditures. Get 1 more ceramic anklet. And yes, I did completely whiff on the location of the chest because I was going off of memory and not looking at the map. I believe the word for that is yutz. I was a yutz. Red worm, this time not fooling around at all. 1 Rhineck will do the job, and fast. 13 experience to be gleaned there. Going to let the bar replenish a little, and instantly regret that. just enough health to hold off against the Guardians. Whew. Talk about pride almost coming before the level fall. I was sitting there goofing off, was prepared for literally everything but the Guardians, and the Guardians came out. Pull an assassin there. I do believe those are twin blades with death touch. Yeah, level 3 weapon with saber dance and death touch, so awesome there. 2 more portals left, and I'm gonna say we stop fooling around now and let Witch's Wand do its witchy magic. Red Worm meets Rhynek. This also has the charm skill set to it, but I did not set that to a shortcut because, yeah, right now at this level, it's all about the damage and how you deal it. More Guardians here. And Rhynek takes them all down. Steve Riken, we've got him dead before the all clear. 2 risky treasures to go with a predetermined meteor swarm in the chest in the room. These are giving us a mountain guard, and make that a pair of mountain guards. Always feels anticlimactic when I jump the gun on that and it winds up being 2 of the same thing, but hey, I'm happy to see it nonetheless, just as I'm happy to see a successfully completed Fragment Friday dungeon for Wee T. Onto the statue chest. That's going to yield us a Snow Panther, a Resurrect, and a Grunty doll. Taking a look at final tally, I came in here just shy of level 11 and I'm leaving over halfway through it. So if I had to guess, probably about 535 on the overall experience, maybe a bit more or less given the total, but I would say it's right in that area. Fantastic area. In fact, let me pull up that area info. We are on the Lunaris Terrace server, and this is Blessed Vindictive Melody, a level 12 fire field. So if you're looking for an area to run, perhaps newer to the game, lower level, or helping out a player just starting out, this is a fantastic area to take them, I can tell you. Very engaging dungeon, very magic receptive enemies, and a good mix. That said, this has been a Grumpy Old Guy Gaming, thanking you for watching, saying take care, and we'll see you around.